My name is Preston Davis. Wanted to dive in a bit more into e-commerce today. I have some experience within this past couple years doing a lot of e-commerce products, mainly in the fashion industry, such as watches and backpack briefcases. So I wanted to be a bit more transparent in this video. I understand e-commerce is a growing atmosphere in terms of business, and there's tons of videos online showcasing how much money you can make. And I wanted to add just some more truthfulness to this whole idea of e-commerce and what it might mean for any of you that want to get into it. So, the first thing I want to address is the first product that you ever make in e-commerce, if you so choose to, will probably not be profitable. And here's why. The reason is because you're just starting out and you don't know probably a whole lot of knowledge on how to even get products sold to people that you don't know. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time researching how to sell it to a specific audience. What is that specific audience in first place? What does the customer profile look like? These are all things that you'll have to figure out along the way. And if you don't do it correctly the first time, you will suffer, but that doesn't mean you're bad at it. It just means you just lack some current knowledge. Second thing I will say is some of your first sales within e-commerce are going to come from people that you know. And the reason why this is important is because the first sales that you make is pretty much going to determine whether or not you can actually make money doing this, right? If you can't sell anything, then maybe the product isn't good, or maybe the market for the product you haven't found yet. One of those two things, right? So by selling to people that you know personally, you're actually getting info back on how the product actually is. You know, that if you can get some reviews from them personally, some personal testimonials, well, that's going to shortcut everything that you do from here on out, because that actually shows you, okay, this is what the data, I'm getting live data from my homie that I've known for 5 years, or I'm getting data from this person I had a college class with a couple years ago. So that's kind of the route I went down. And when I first started out, I really used a lot of social media in terms of Instagram marketing. So being able to put up constant posts on social media really helped out for me. I know for some people that aren't into social media, it's going to be a little bit different, but I would highly recommend using social media as it's already a ready-made audience for you. And so I'm sure someone's going to support you in that endeavor if you have some real ones around you, right? Next, I would say once you find the audience, well, now you have to retarget those people within that audience. So if you figure out who the audience is, let's say for me, I'm selling these luxury silver watches, right? So I also have another product that's a black backpack briefcase. And actually, let me grab it for you quick. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a luxury black backpack briefcase. And the the main ideal audience for that is like working professionals and people in their 20s to early 30s. So anyone from that age bracket. But there's been people that purchase those products outside of that demographic as well. So I wouldn't sleep on just I wouldn't close down the door for people that don't fall in a specific demographic. You might make some sales outside of that as well. Next thing I would like to discuss is the word of mouth. The word of mouth aspect of e-commerce is highly respected, and it is quite underestimated. I know a lot of people like to focus on what's online, what you can sell on Instagram, Facebook, Marketplace, and all those other sites, and distributing your product that way. But I wouldn't underestimate the word of mouth, meaning the people that you come across in daily life. If you have a chance to either speak to them about what you have going on, you never know. They might support you based off the fact they either enjoy your presence, they like having you around, and they just want to support you just off of pure love. And lastly, I'll say something of importance is some guidance. You're going to need some level of guidance when pursuing anything in terms of business. If you have someone that you know personally that has had experience doing e-commerce and they actually sell their own products, they're not drop shipping or anything, but they're selling products that they have tested and they have made for themselves, you can always, and you can ask them, is a invaluable resource to have, because that's going to shortcut you to get to the top and really get some sales. I remember one of the things I had for myself is I had a mentor that told me specifically, you need to pay attention to the dollars, but you need to pay attention to the cents, like the specific cents that you're spending on developing each product. And then you need to pay attention to the transportation costs. And you need to make sure that all those things are accurately accounted for. You don't want to underestimate anything, because that's when you start losing money. So those are just some tips that I've kind of come across, and also just some truth to the e-commerce space that I just wanted to put out there. And yeah, I hope this serves some use to any of you that are interested in getting into e-commerce. And I look forward to creating some more videos around this space. All right, bye for now.